everyone, it's Deb if you're new here, and if you're not, then welcome back. I hope you're all well. I've missed all of you guys. I've not been on YouTube for a few weeks after I posted my last video, just for a bit of a mental health break. It was quite a heavy video, it was quite a hard one to film, but I did want to say thank you all so much for all of your amazing, kind, lovely comments that were left on that video. It honestly meant so much to me, and I do feel so happy that I've brought some more awareness to sickle cell. So yeah, thank you so much, and I can't wait to catch up on all of the videos that I missed and comment on them and just get back into the YouTube world. So what better way than to start off being back with a book, what do you call it again? A wrap up video, talking about all of the books that I read in June. I read a total of 5 books again. I read 1 novella, I finished off a series as well, and I read quite a few varied genres this month. I also had quite a few varied ratings of the books as well. So yeah, it's been quite an interesting one, but definitely a fun one. So the first book I want to tell you all about is Magnolia Parks, and oh my gosh, you guys were so right about this one. It was messy, it was toxic, it was crazy, and it was so much fun reading this as a buddy read with Nickelle from Nickelle's Nook. And if you haven't heard of her, I will put her channel link in the description, but I'm going to assume most of you have, because she is so amazing, so lovely, and honestly the nicest person ever. She actually is one of the people who encouraged me and inspired me, I should say, to make my own YouTube channel. So yes, definitely give her a follow if you haven't already. But we read this together, and we were on Storygraph commenting about different parts of the book, oh my god, what is going on. It was crazy. And I would say if you haven't read this book, definitely read it with a friend or as a buddy read, because it makes it so much more fun. Just being able to be like, what is this character doing? Are they okay with someone else? Is just, it's fun. It's kind of like if you watch Love Island. Imagine watching Love Island and having no one to talk to about it, not going on Twitter, not going on Instagram. It wouldn't be as fun, right? It's kind of like that. I have never read a book like this. This is a very character-driven book. There wasn't really a main plot. It was just about the characters, the 2 characters, Magnolia and BJ, oh my god, his name went out of my mind, BJ, and their love story. And their love story is toxic. Think Blair and Chuck from Gossip Girl, but worse. And I thought they were toxic, but these guys top them. So you're essentially following their circle of friends. They are very wealthy, very well known in the media. They are known for being very on and off with each other, because BJ has done something to Magnolia that she can't forgive, and she does things to him that he finds hard to deal with, and it's just it's a mess. It's a whole mess. I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't read it, because it is one of those books where you have to experience the chaos for yourself. But if you like drama, toxic, interesting relationships with, I don't know, a splash of wealth and I guess an element of fame, they are kind of famous in some sort of way, a societal fame, wealthy. Her dad, Magnolia's dad, is a film director or producer, whatever. Then you'll probably like this. I've been sucked in. I need to know what this world is going to entail, and I'm so gutted that I did not film a reading vlog for this. I was going to, but I got so consumed with it, and I was also traveling when I was reading this. But my reactions to some of the things that go down in this book would have been so hilarious to film, because I just could not believe it. I was like, this is trash, this is crazy. What? Quite literally, BJ, the love character in this book, is just a dick. He is the worst book boyfriend I've read so far, I think. I guess it depends. Penelope Douglas has written some questionable love interests as well, but he's up there as being one of the worst, because the things he does to Magnolia, wild. She's not innocent either, but he in particular, wild. And to think that people might read this and actually be like, oh my god, I love BJ, terrifies me because he is a terrible example of how women should be treated, and it's just trash. Honestly, I don't know what is left in their world for them. Like, I need to know what happened because the way it ends is, whoa. I gave this a 3.5 star, mainly because there's no plot. I was just like, what is actually the point of this book? It's so weird. It's like watching a reality TV show in a book, which is fun. But at the end of the day, there's one thing that you all want to find out, that when you're reading this book, there's one question you have that you're just dying to find out. That's why you want to get to the end, and that was fun, that was interesting. And the fact she can write such problematic characters in a world like this is really good. So a 3.5 star. I'm interested to see if the rest of the characters in the other books are better. I somehow doubt it, but I really want to know. So I will be reading those books soon as well. After that journey of a book, I needed something a bit more lighter, fluffy, real love to make me believe in love again. So I finally ventured to Lynn Painter, and I've heard such good things about her writing, about her book. So I've picked up The Love Wager. I think I showed you guys in the haul that I had, and I got through this pretty quickly, and I gave this book also a 3.5 star actually. This book was an interesting one because I feel like it was kind of trying to do too much in one book, and it's not a long book. Do you know what I mean? So basically, this book follows two characters, Hallie and Jack, and they meet in an interesting situation where they end up sleeping together on the first occasion of meeting, and then find each other again on an app, like a dating app, which they begin talking and become really good friends, make this wager of who can find their true love first, try and wingman each other and become best friends along the way, but then have to fake date because there's a wedding that she needs to have a partner in because her ex will be there, and she feels a bit ashamed that she's not moved on yet, and so her best friend Jack offers to be that, but Jack is developing feelings for Hallie, so it's a bit of an interesting one. And I think because it was trying to do friends to lovers and also fake dating, there were parts where I was like, not sure I'm buying into it as much as I would have if it was just fake dating maybe. I feel like with fake dating, it's kind of fun seeing them hating the fake dating and like gradually realising they've got feelings for each other. But because this was friends to lovers as well, you kind of already knew that they had feelings for each other. That was kind of nice though, to see how excited he was to fake date her, knowing he liked her. But I don't know, it just made the whole reason that they can't be together seem even more stupid than what it was. Like it was like, okay, you're best friends, you get on so well, so obviously you have chemistry, why not just be together? Like there was a problem for no reason, if you get what I mean. So for that, I gave it a 3.5 star, but I liked the characters. I thought her writing was good, it was quick, it was entertaining. There were a few spicy scenes towards the end that I was like, okay, but generally I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good book, so I will be picking up some more of her books. I am interested to see what her other books are like. I don't think this is one of her best ones, so considering I still give it a 3.5 star, I'm hoping that her other ones will only be better. I also read Imagine Me, the last book in the Tatter Me series, and I gave this a 3 star. To be honest, I was quite disappointed with this book. I felt like the series as a whole kind of started off a bit meh, and then it was like, oh, it's quite good, and has ended on a meh, and it could have easily ended on a, this is quite good. I think there's too many books. I think the story gets dragged on, it gets ridiculous, and it just gets kind of boring. Like I lost interest a bit in the characters. I felt like it was just trying to find a plot to put out a book, another one. So didn't love it. I still do think the Shatter Me series as a series is pretty good, if you like dystopian books, but I don't think this book did a good job at wrapping it up. I was disappointed, and I think the series as a whole does not need as many books as it's got. So this was a 3-star, but I'm happy that I finally finished the series and I can put this away for a while. And then lastly, I read the last book in the Cruel Prince trilogy. I think that is The Wicked King, this one right here. And I gave that a 5-star. Oh my gosh, I made a short about this, but I had the biggest hangover after finishing the Cruel Prince trilogy. So much so that I then went and read one of the novellas about Tahereh, the sister of our main character Jude, because I was like, I need some more of the Cruel Prince trilogy life in my world. I was gutted to have finished this. I had so much fun, and I was really surprised because I wasn't sure I was going to love her writing style. It is very, very, very fantasy. Like, the romance was limited. It does increase throughout the trilogy, so you kind of get drips and drips, but it made the romance even better in my opinion, because you had to work for those moments and those scenes, and when you finally got them, the satisfaction is so great. I honestly don't think you can compare it to ACOTAR because they are such different books and such different writing styles. ACOTAR is a lot more romance focused, whereas I feel like this had a lot more strategy, war, power, politics, kingdoms, that kind of vibe to it. Betrayal, like honestly, the amount of, I don't know, the amount of tension and cliffhangers slash plot twists, they're not huge or crazy where like this is just spun out of nowhere what's going on, but they're little things that make big impacts and make the writing so fun and so interesting that you're just like, what's going to happen? How will this be resolved? I honestly loved it. The trilogy as a whole is a 5-star, and I'm now going to have to go and buy the Stolen Heir books, which is about Oak, who is Jude's little brother, and his story, just so I can still get to live in that world, still get to see how Jude and Carson and the rest of the characters in this world are doing. So I'm gonna have to buy some more books, which, to be fair, I'm okay with. But those are all of the books that I read this month. Obviously, I didn't read these 2 this month, but I just can't be bothered to take it out of the box. I just wanted to say again a big thank you to everyone who left a lovely comment, and thank you as well for watching this video. I hope that you all had amazing months reading in June and that you've got a good month coming up in July. I honestly can't wait to just read summer romance books all summer. That is kind of the vibe that I'm going down. Although saying that, I'm reading a thriller slash sci-fi book right now. I just needed a little bit of a palate cleanser after reading 2 romances back to back. I would love to know which Magnolia Parks book in the universe is the best. I really want to know what storyline would be the best one. I'm quite intrigued by Daisy Hates, because she's just kind of mean to Magnolia. Although, you know, we get to find out why, and it's fairly understandable. So that will be quite an interesting one to read, I think. But I feel like I always hear about some people talking about, is it No Way Home? Is that the one that's the best? So let me know which one's the best world if you have read them. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, getting this far, and all of your love and support. It honestly means so much, and I hope you're all having the best summer so far, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.